Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? Good morning, MT, Gerald, ITT, Lock Watcher, and Franco when you wake up. How's everyone doing? I am exhausted today. Did not sleep well last night. I was awake since like 4. Something like that. Maybe a bit before. Hopefully everyone is well. Yesterday was my birthday. I ate like a pig. Decided to take the day off before that. How's it going, JB? So good morning, everyone. So today I am much older, probably not wiser. Thank you, JB. So we will do the Spinnima thing, the spinny, span. Probably going to print some parts. Hopefully going to print some parts. And then we should be good to go. So, this thing. Thank you, ITT. Yeah, so we're going to work on wherever we were at there. Might be a shorter stream today. We'll see how I feel. So I've been on a diet recently, but yesterday for my birthday, I went a little nuts. Good morning, Mr. Ireland. And I have a 12-hour stream, well, like 12-ish hour stream. What's the CAD software called? FreeCAD. So who knows if I'll be here tomorrow. We will see, because don't forget, Sunday is the big day. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Everyone have their Valentine? Turntable, open that. Here's where we're at. We are going to bore some holes today. So the seeds are not growing, ITT. I'm going to swap them out with new seeds that I bought for the hydroponics PCB way video, and then we're going to go from there. So yeah, I feel like it just wasn't, I think the seeds were too old. Just like I was suspecting too when I planted them, but I think it's pretty well confirmed. All right, so not an easy way to. How's everyone doing? Is my stream working? Don't see any issues, but my previewer is doing the spinny wheel of death. There we go. All right. Oh yeah. So ITT is having the spinny wheel of death. I'm not dropping any frames, so I think it's on YouTube's side. There was buffering. Okay. Yeah, no drop frames here, so it must be on YouTube's side. Okay. So here is my issue. I'll have to model a 608 bearing, I think. And my question is, how do I create 3 objects exactly the same spot? Maybe I'll just make one, but anyways. I don't know how I model a 608 bearing here. Like, do I just create a new... Here, let me check. SCAD making an assembly. I feel like this is something I really should have researched beforehand. Well, we're going to try it. So let's puncture holes. Back in caveman days, live streams involved fishing or flooding stream issues. Wow. Wow. Okay, so what if I have the turntable selected. What if I make a new body, rename 608 bearing. Okay. And then I grab this and I create a sub-object shape binder. So I can get rid of this. Now I have my binder. And I go here. Do I need the hole first though? Need to find a stream. The fun part is learning with me. Oh, interesting. I thought I was just yelling at clouds. I didn't know I was doing any learning. I don't know. I don't. Anyways, whatever. Delete this part. Back to this. Let's find an arbitrary place for a hole, and then we will change the sketch as needed. How about that? Let's do that. All right. Create sketch. Why is this askew? What? Why is this askew? Like the skew backwards from vertical, that's normal. But why is this skewed horizontally? What is going on here? So this sketch, it's skewed. This sketch, it's skewed. Oh no. A camera pointed at a small creek. You're laughing, but I think there is running stream. Yeah, there's like literally like 3-hour-long videos of streams, but I don't. Here's a live stream. Here's a live stream of a stream right here. There we go. Probably has more viewers than me. 37 watching, yep. Subscriber only mode. Well, I'm not chatting then. So here, there you go. Live stream of a stream. wonder if like any wildlife is caught here, or if it's just a loop. Started streaming on October 9th, 2023. Do you see that? It's been running for like 2.5 years. That is crazy. Yeah, there's no VODs. Oh yeah, there are VODs, 10-hour VODs. Holy crap, that's crazy. So the amount of 1080p video that YouTube is storing on this channel, there is not a chance that YouTube is making money off this. Yeah, a lot of zoo streams too. Okay, okay, live streams are recorded loops. So I do like the recorded loop part of it. That's interesting. Okay. So why the hell is this happening? So if I close this, okay, if I grab this and now I have, yeah, that is completely perpendicular. Maybe it's one of these is crooked. Oh, that one's straight. Okay, we're using this one. Jesus, that's so freaking hard. All right, so let's grab some outside geometry. Let's grab this one. Hold on a sec here. All right, back. Don't stay too long, it'll raise your boat pressure caused by lack of fishing. Yeah. Yeah, it's cold enough. I could go ice fishing, but I have to buy an auger, and I don't think they're still out of stock. As long as that would be pointless at night unless they have night vision. Yeah, I mean, I guess if your house is near a stream, you could always just if your house is near a stream, you could always just like have a light, right, plugged into electricity. All right, let's do a centered circle. Let's get as much meat as we can get. So as far as diameter, let's go like 3.5, 3.5 millimeters. And now let's stick this distance to here, 31. What are you doing? Distance to, fine, distance to here. So I was going empty. Why can you, I mean, the truth is they don't care. They don't care about small channels like mine. 608 bearing dimensions. Outer diameter is 22 millimeters. So 22 divided by 2 is 11. So we want, and then, give me a second, 11. We'll bring it flush with this. They need 2 more millimeters up. So 11 minus 2 is 9. So we got 9, and that'll bring it flush with this. I want it like a 2 millimeter stick up, so 7 millimeters. So now, if I'm correct, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think it's correct. I think it's correct. And then we want to pocket. Let's go 4 millimeters. Okay, so that is now pocketed in there. That looks good. Yes, I did a couple kilometers a couple days ago, but yesterday I did not. Yesterday was my birthday, so I was like, nope, we ain't doing that. Still askew. We ain't doing that. All right, so we need to like copy this geometry somehow. Okay, polar pattern. Okay, this pocket, right? Occurrences 3. I don't know which direction it's doing it. Z-axis. Oh my God, did I manage? I think I managed it. Wow, look at me. Okay. Yeah, I did it. Thank you, Lock Watcher. Where's a black cat when you need it? Make sure to open umbrella inside too. Oh, wait. Your bench was blocked by a ladder. Not a problem. Went underneath to get to the bench. Knocked a mirror over too. Oh my God. Oh, it's Friday the 13th. I didn't even notice. Look at that. I'm gonna make a frickin' water gun to get rid of the cats in the backyard. I can't have it when it's too cold though. I don't want to freeze the poor cats. And honestly, I don't want to water gun the cats. I want to water gun the owners. Can we water gun the owners instead? Okay, so now we need to find our center reference. What I want for the center, yeah, maybe Friday the 13th is the only day I can get shit to work. Okay, so for the center reference, I want stuff to be, but do people really care about anything? Do they follow the trend? Wait, what am I answering here, ITT? I didn't have cake. Hang on, hang on. Let me go get it. Let me go get it for you. You're coming with me. We're gonna be quiet. I'm not sure if Rose still sleeping. So, my relationship with cake has been a little weird because some cake is just, I don't know, hit or miss. So I got, oh, they're kind of old. That's okay. So I got myself some of this. Got myself cinnamon buns, and my lovely wife had a little message written on it, so that was my birthday cake as per my request. Icing. So that's what I had. I absolutely love cinnamon buns. I've never had a cinnamon bun I didn't like. And I've had plenty of cakes that were mediocre. So this was my choice. So that was the birthday cake surrogate. For lunch, I had some crispy, spicy chicken wings. And for people don't care about your channel. No. Not people. YouTube. YouTube doesn't care. Not YouTube viewers, like the company YouTube. So I had some crispy chicken wings, and hold on a sec. Let me see. This one. And then we made, so every once in a while we make this broccoli bolognese with orecchiette. We don't use orecchiette. But yeah, this is one of my favorite recipes. So it's essentially spicy sausage with broccoli florets, garlic, Parmesan, and butter, and noodles. So we make this from time to time, but I decided that for my birthday I wanted this. So I had spicy wings for lunch, and I had this for dinner. Ours looks a bit different because we use more spice. We use spicier sausage, and we use rotini for the pasta. So that's what I had. All right. So, by the way, welcome to the stream, Dirty Yankee. This check in power and controls class brought some finished sweetbread. Nice. I could show you the leftovers, I guess. Hang on. Because we make enough usually for, the recipe makes enough for a couple days. Let me see here. So ours looks a bit different. But that's what it looks like. This is the smallest portion. Oh my God, this smells so good. So this is delicious. So yeah, fresh broccoli, kind of expensive this time of year, but I was like, well, it's my birthday, so I'm spending. So that's what we got. Here we go. How to know? I have no idea what's going on. That's okay. Okay, so as I was saying, for the center, I want a locating hole of predictable size, and then I'll make mounting holes in a pattern so that people can make their own little adapter plates for whatever motor they have in stock. So let's do this. We're going to make a hole. Let's say it's, we'll go 10.2 millimeter. There we go. And now we're going to make a pattern. So let's say I want I think it's 4.5 I use. Let's go 4.6. Okay, and then we're going to dimension this to here. Let's make that 10, this to here, that 10. There we go, we're going to grab this, we're going to make a rotation. If I could figure out where. Move, array, transform. Should be a linear pattern. Maybe not. Okay, whatever. There. Oh. I keep forgetting that this is really silly. This should be default. When you go like this, create symmetry constraints, that should really be on by default. So done, and then grab these two. Symmetry. There we go. That's done. Any farmer's market. Yeah, in the summer, whole downtown turns into a farmer's market, essentially. Canada has a shit ton of farmland. So yes. The answer is yes. Lots and lots of farmers markets. Okay, so that's good. I also want to cut some mounting holes at predictable spacings. You know what I'll do? I'll actually just undo this symmetry. I'll do all of my mounting holes. And then I will then copy them over. Okay, so 4.6. For Hannaford's, I don't know what Hannaford's is. 4.6. 4.6. Oops. Okay, so, oops, that's not what I wanted. 4.6. 4.6. 4.6. Oh my God. Four point six. 4.6. 4.6. Okay, so I got a bunch of 4.6 holes. These are going to be 10. And then these will be 10 away from this one. We're almost ready to print this. Okay, now this will be... Let me position these first. Now this to this, probably be 10. To this, 10. This to this, going to be 10. This to this, going to be 10. Oh, it was already 10? I don't know. This to this. Oh, wait, there's already 10. Yeah, there's already 10. So I need to go this to this, 10. This to this, 10. This to this, 10. And then this to this, going to be 10, and this to this, it's going to be 10. And then this to this, going to be 20. This to this. 20. This to this is going to be 30. And this to this is going to be 30. That's too far. So guess what? We're not going to have this one. There, that should be enough. There's like insane amount of numbers here. Hold on. Ottawa has some great markets. Yes, used to be one at the mall next to you on the Fridays. The prices got crazy. Prices are a little bit crazy at our farmer's market, I will say. Farmer's market is in my shop. You have 30 plants still producing. Oh, yes, yes. Your jalapenos. Farmer's market got boutique and ceased to be about farmers selling their produce to local populace. They went downhill. Yes, I agree, MT. Yep. Same thing Locke said. That's what they do here now a couple times a summer. If you have $100 to blow on mediocre crap, yeah. Near her in Michigan, okay. Your farmer's market becomes a shop. It's a shop, not a farmer's market. Yes, yeah, we're well aware of that. Okay, I think this is enough mounting holes for whoever needs to mount stuff. So we're going to mirror this. Mirror to here. And we're going to grab all of this, and we're going to mirror this. Never get used to where the mirror symbol is. There. We've got mounting holes galore. Tons of mounting holes. Close. And then we're going to pocket this. And then up to face. Here's the face. There we go. We got a nice cheese board here. I think that's plenty of holes, JB. The only thing is that it's a unsymmetrical pattern. I don't know why I did that. Oh no. It's completely asymmetrical. Oh no, it's symmetrical to this one. Okay. Whew. Okay, we're good. It's symmetrical to this one. The freaking OCD community would have murdered me. Perfect number of holes. More holes, less filament. Correct, Lock Watcher. Also, conversely to when you're building normal stuff, you know this because you print a lot, but more holes, more strength in 3D prints. Like a furniture builder clocking screws. Yeah, electricians are supposed to as well. On the face plates, they're supposed to be vertical. OCD satisfied. Good. Good, good. Okay. Now the question is, do we flatten a face and put the controls in there? Less filler. Actually, you'll use a little bit more filament, but what gives you strength is that the 3D printer goes around these holes. So everywhere where these holes are, there's a solid link between top shell and bottom shell. So it's actually it's a boon, it's a positive. So the only thing with flattening the front of this is that I'm never going to get the walls the right thickness. It's a turntable ITT. Oh, okay, that's okay. We're done. We're done here. All right, now we're going to grab this and make another sketch. I like FreeCAD, but you really have to do things one step at a time. So like now, for example, if I make a centered rectangle, let's say I'll just put it here. We'll stretch it out like this. Okay, and then I grab the outside face like that, and then I'll tell it this to there. Okay, so what do I want? Minus 10 millimeters, is that enough? That should give me enough room for a front panel. Maybe I'll go 12. Minus 12 millimeters. Okay, that'll give me more room. Close. Seems your new lab PC is properly set up with all programs needed to do actual embedded development, so what should you start? I don't know. I really don't know. Ask Gemini. By the way, in a hilarious twist, oh, also I guess I needed to mention this. in a hilarious twist, some group managed to distill Gemini. So they managed to like trick how do I do this? Is there through all? Through all, but in one direction. Reversed. Custom direction. Sketch normal. Oh boy, this is slow. Yeah, anyways, some company managed to talk to Gemini enough to copy it. So they distilled it. Oh, 2 dimensions, here we go. And Google is claiming that this is a copyright problem for them. And I'm thinking, like, are you insane that you think that people will feel sympathetic to claims of copyright issues when you trained all of your data on stolen, like your model on stolen data? You really think people will care? That is a bold assumption, Google. I'll tell you, you know, make your AI projects, right? Like, go ahead and make them. I don't care. But don't expect me to sympathize with you when someone steals your copyright. Yeah, I know exactly. I don't care. I honestly, I couldn't care less. Even if I tried, I wouldn't be able to care less about poor old Google. Oh wait, that's 1.6. It's a multiple. And I'm gonna pad this. And then up to face, pick this face. There we go. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, all the AI companies claim that there's copyright issues, and it's like, dude, I don't care. What is that scene? Oh, I missed the part where that's my problem. That's a horrible GIF. These are horrible. Well, I think you get what I mean. Yeah, I missed the part where that's my problem. Have a telethon, help Google out, bring in magicians, jugglers, fire eaters, please contribute. Have Sarah McLachlan. Sound stopped. That's not good. Don't stop your sound. I think we're ready to send this to the printers. What do you guys think? this is a good prototype. And then my goal is to have an attachment plate here for the motor. And then we'll have a PCB. Oh wait, we should cut holes in the face here. I forgot about that. Looks pretty good. 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 Let the hate flow. Ah, freaking itchy leg. Okay. We need to know the size of this. Get some Python going. Just use the size of function. People saying you stole my prompt. Yeah, that too. It's like, get out of here. I think people need a bit of a reality check on. Okay, so this is just not, it's not moving. People need a bit of a reality check on what AI is and isn't. Like you have to be aware that you are using something that stole everyone's work. Now, whether or not that bothers you, that's a different story. So 9.26 for that one. 9.26. Can someone write that in chat, please? 9.26 millimeters. Uh, 5.8 millimeters. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you kindly. 9.26, and I'm gonna leave room for an OLED. So I'm gonna jam them over here. All right, here it goes. All right, we want it not too high, so so you don't catch on the. Let's do it centered. Let's do it centered for now, and we'll figure that out. Okay, like so. We're gonna grab external geometry here, 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 and here. And then we're going to, oops, we're going to, nope, to and to Okay, that should be good. Fully constrained, yep. Now we need a hole. 9.26. Let's go 9.35. 9.35, and another hole, 5.9, let's say. Okay, and now we're going to space this equidistant. Let's go 15 millimeters. And this will go 15 millimeters. I know the switch takes up a lot less room. Let's try to dump the switch as low as possible. So like 7 millimeters. And yeah, this should have enough space. I don't know, man. That's pretty big. That is pretty big. What's the overall diameter? 22.25. So let's say 22 and a half, divide that 11 and a half. So we need at least 11 and a half. Ooh. Let's go 13. Now, how close are we to this? 20? Okay, we should be good. To here. That's going to be tight. That's going to be very tight. Let's switch this to 5. That's going to be tight too. Switch this to 6. May have made my project too small again. We'll see. We're gonna cut this and see what happens. And this is just first prototype anyways. So we're gonna pocket this and then up to face. That face. Ooh, that's gonna be tight on that switch. If a company can steal copyrighted work, in this case, we just remove the copyright in the first place. I don't care. We also remove the pattern. I'm not quite sure what you mean, but I think I understand the spirit of what you mean, and I think I'm down. All right, this is the first prototype. We're gonna send. Oh, you guys can't see that. Sorry. We are gonna send this first prototype to the printers, and then we'll work out our dimensions from there. I'm a very iterative creator. Really do. I do things like really one at a time. Some people can do it all in one step, all in CAD, but I cannot. Let's go turn on the printer too. Yeah, okay. You guys can come with me to the printer. Ugh. You guys won't be able to see shit though. I'm going to put up the workshop camera for the live stream. Okay, got PLA Plus in there, that's good. So for the live stream on the 15th, there will be a workshop camera. Okay, that's turning on. I should probably turn on the workshop monitor. Wake up all the stuff. All the things. Hack the planet. Cancel screen, new project. In the magic world, there's some Chinese companies that only duplicate the work of other magicians, but use their likeness, packaging, even tutorial videos. Yikes. Yeah, I don't know what to do about copyright. I don't have the answers. I know in Canada there's a fairly generous personal use thing. But I don't know. I don't have the answer. I just don't. All right, so here is our base. Our based base. It's going to take a while. I'm not convinced it's going to be great, so let's just do the standard. Let's see how fast she'll go. 1 hour, 3 minutes, and we're gonna have to remove no brim. Slice plate. Also, we can go 192. Okay, let's turn on the lights. Lighting, lights, camera, action. And we'll get the heated bed. Look how cold it is in the chamber, 16 degrees Celsius. Would a 5th cup of coffee be excessive? I would be a hypocrite to tell you that you shouldn't. So, you do you, my friend. There's a Ryan Hall, y'all, Weatherman AI impersonator on YouTube. Interesting. Interesting. All right, so send this to the printer. Export that. Import this. What's the total? 1 hour, 1 minute. So we saved 2 minutes by not doing the brim. Start print. Send it. All right. You about to go run, so you don't need to. Yeah, probably not a good idea. However, the pre-workouts, MT pre-workouts, they're usually like a shit ton of caffeine because the workout people love the stimulation. All right, so that's going, and so now we're just gonna hang out until that goes. So maybe I should start cleaning up here a little bit. By the way, the PCBWay cluster F, Payoneer is like, essentially they just sent me up and down their customer service all over the place. Nobody real has reviewed my file yet, so it is entirely AI reviewed still. And now that my birthday has passed, my license is now expired. So if anybody does review my application, they'll be like, the AI system was correct. Your license is expired. So they have weaponized incompetence. So I have sent a renewal to for my license, but now I just have to wait till I physically get the card and then re-upload photos and then have them have their AI recheck it, and then it should be good to go. But in the meantime, PCBWay didn't say they were gonna pay via PayPal, but they did. So essentially, I was paid for what I was owed, which is great. But now, next month, I don't know if I'll be able to get paid because I don't know how long it'll be before I get my new license in the mail. It could be weeks, it could be months, who knows? So yeah, weaponized incompetence. Driver's license, ITT. That's like the main form of ID we use in Canada, is your driver's license. And when you make a Payoneer account, you need to provide government issued ID because it's like a bank. And their AI system just kept saying my license was expired. And then since the whole process took like a week and a half, in that process, my license has expired. So now when they do finally look at my license, they'll be like, no, the AI system was correct. It was expired. It is expired. I'll be like, no, it wasn't expired like 3 weeks ago. Yes. Yes. I have been paid, which is great, but it's just that next month's video, I don't know. It's a different question because I don't know the answer. Why they don't use Alipay, I don't know. They gave me 3 options and Payoneer was the least invasive. So that's the one I picked. The other ones would make me become a vendor using Stripe or like whatever. And they comes with massive yearly fees. Payoneer does have a yearly fee as well, but it's smaller. All right, so this and this. So I don't know why they don't use Alipay. I'll give you my PCBWay contact if you want to ask them. Honestly, PayPal is great, has been great for me. However, I do understand that there are some issues where the banking regulations are a little bit different, like possibly China, with using PayPal on large scales. Because PayPal, just like everybody else, they decide, you know, they need to hang on to your money for a couple months, and then they just put your account in a hold. But I'll tell you, international banking sucks. Absolutely sucks. Oh, are you also sponsored by PCBWay? So, are you going to join Payoneer, or are you going to use Stripe, or what are you going to use? Because I signed up for Payoneer. Yeah, I know she's a bit dirty. But that's okay. It's just more coffee. Watched the counter guy at the guitar store finish one and immediately open another yesterday. Like the pre-workout drinks. By the way, if you're ever making in the middle of saying, yeah, okay, so that's my issue, Curtis. Like a week and a half ago, they said my driver's license was expired, but it expired yesterday. So it's been like a week and a half of going through customer service hoops, mostly with AI. What's the flavor? This is essentially instant coffee, Nescafe, original roast, with maple creamer inside. The EU is working on competitors, not for banking, but for credit card companies. They are, yeah. I wish Canada would just join the EU already. I wish they would join the EU and we can make a Canuro tunnel, like a tunnel between Newfoundland and Portugal. We'll go right through. You know, it'll be several days drive, but still, that'd be amazing. Then people will make YouTube videos about hiking the Canuro tunnel. Perfect. No, ITT. They said, here are the 3 methods we can accept going forward. And it was Stripe. Hang on. I could tell you the options. I'm in contact with them. So business bank transfer. So like a direct wire transfer, but not to a personal account. It has to be to a business bank account, or Payoneer, or Stripe. Those are the 3 options. That's it. But also, like, I have the I have like I have some stuff coming in through Alipay, and every time they send me money, it's like a $15 fee, which is, it's insanity. It's way too expensive. It's like, I don't know if business to business payments would be like that, but here's the progress on our print. Oops. But yeah, it's way too expensive. I mean, Payoneer is not free either. Nothing is free. I get chipped everywhere, and I say chipped, CHIPPED, just in case you guys think I was using old verbiage. So I get paid in US dollars. So first of all, there's a fee here. Let's do this. Okay. So from sponsor to my PayPal. Okay. There's a fee here. And then from my PayPal to my bank, there's a fee here. And then from my bank, USD, to my bank, Canadian dollars, there's a fee here. So fee, and fee. And then when and then at the end of the year, fee, and that's CRA. I have to still pay taxes. So I get hit there, and there. And then, oh, when you buy stuff to purchase, then there's a fee, 13% HST. So I get hit there, and there. PayPal screws us, yeah, always. So bank transfer, they can't do from China to Canada without it being a business bank. And I think the business accounts in Canada, they start around $500 a year, something like that. So no thanking. Also the business banking, you pay per transaction, so you have to buy a chunk of transactions. So this is like 5%. I don't know. This is another 2%. This is another like 2 to 5%, and then this is like 35%, and then there's 13%. It's like massive. Open a daycare here and we can collab? What? You don't have that issue here? It's like $50 a year. Yeah, so Canadian banking, like a lot of Canadian things, is a effective monopoly. So they just announced now that they are changing the laws to make it easier for new competitors to come into Canada, and that should make it more competitive, lower the fees. We will see if it'll actually happen, because usually what happens is our big banks, they just buy out the competitors and then they turn them into them. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Dirty. I missed it. I missed the joke. So they say it's going to be fixed. We'll see. My bank right now, is charging me a shit ton, like a lot. So I need to stop being a little lazy person and change banking. No, ITT, that doesn't solve anything. I'll just be paying fees in Europe. Like then I'll pay another conversion fee from USD to Euro to Canadian. So that doesn't help anything. It doesn't help anything. Also, I'm nearly 100% sure that foreign nationals won't have the same level of care and service as people living in the jurisdictions. So no. Oh, there are zero fee banks here. They're like stripped down. And the big problem is I have like 30 things tied to my credit card. And for me right now, I don't want to go through and change all those 30 things. Also, my bank is hostile. Let me put it this way. Because of the bad service that my bank has provided us, we have swapped our mortgage from the bank that I use to another mortgage provider. Okay? And look how shitty the customer service is at the bank that we left. As soon as we switched our mortgage from my current bank to another mortgage provider, my current bank sent me an email saying that the mortgage termination documents are now available in your online account. I was like, perfect, we need those for our taxes. So I go, they send me an email, I go online, I check, they're not there. Okay, maybe it takes a while to refresh, I'll check the next day. Next day, not there. So I call them, and then what they tell me is you can't access the documents because you don't have a mortgage with us. And I'm like, dude, the only way you would issue a mortgage termination document is because the mortgage is done. It's transferred away. So essentially, you are providing a document in a way that is impossible to see it. Like, how stupid? How stupid? Anyways. Remember the good old days, though, when people had to send you a bank check. $15 charge per check. Interesting. They are a monopoly, which leads to increased consumer pricing. Just for fun, guys, there are like a couple major banks in Canada only. There's Scotiabank, Royal Bank, Toronto Dominion, and CIBC. Go check all four of those websites. Go check the prices for all their accounts. All the options on all four banks are exactly the same, and they have the same pricing. All of them. So there are some there's some financial institutions, they're not quite banks. They do zero fee banking, but it's like a stripped down process. But I'm very likely going to switch to one just to avoid the fees. But the problem is I'm going to lose documentation for my taxes. It's so stupid because my current bank won't let me access my documentation. So it's going to be a royal pain in the butt to switch my bank. Not happy about that. But I mean, what can I do? It's either I keep paying the fees forever, and also the other thing is The other problem is that I have a credit card that gives me points, like reward points. And when I had to renew my credit card, they said, oh, we actually have, your credit card is discontinued, but we have the same credit card. It does the same things, but you get a little bit more points and nothing changes for you. I was like, okay, send that one, that's fine. And now I'm seeing that I'm getting charged every month for my credit card, but because I pay for my bank account, because they're charging me for my bank account, the fees are waived. So it's like charge of whatever, $16 and then credit of $16 per month. So that means that if I downgrade my bank account to a cheaper option at the same institution, I'm going to have to pay fees on my credit card. So either way, I'm going to have to change my credit card, which is so stupid. I freaking hate these things. This is what I want AI to do. I want AI to track all the expenses that I pay on my credit card and just go in and swap my credit card information with the new one. It's like, god damn. So anyways, that's the deal. What are we doing in the meantime? Do we do some CircuitPython? Kind of a frustrating journey. I guess we can do that. Also, we need more coffee. So I think we're gonna do the Be Right Back coffee. Then we're gonna play with CircuitPython or something, or we'll just model the pins. Screen, coffee. All right, be right back. I am back. So I want to show you something. So something I got for my birthday, but I got a lot of it, so it's going to be for during the stream too. How many of you have seen this before? Pepsi Maple Cola. So this is the 0 sugar, 0 calorie version. Calorie 0. Usually, watch your eyes. Usually when companies make special flavors, they don't have them in the 0 sugar version. But not only is this maple cola, but it's also 0 sugar. The only thing that would make this better is to be 0 caffeine. So yeah, I seen these at the store, picked some up. Yep, maple cola. I think that's pretty cool. I like it. Proudly bottled in Canada. So yeah. Found that interesting. Okay, so do we model the pins or do some Circuit Python? Let's check it out. Plus, start a poll. What's next? Model the pins for the bearings. Play with Circuit Python. Start poll. Vote in the poll, folks. So what are we doing next? Are we doing some modeling? Are we doing some Circuit Python? Or do you have no idea? So vote in the polls. What do we got so far? Model the pins for the bearings seems to be the highest one. Cast your vote. Rock the vote. Every vote counts. Okay, model the pins seems to be. Seems like we're modeling the pins. Let's do it. Oh, 40-40. Play with Circuit Python. Oh no, now we need another vote. Need one more vote to break the tie. Need one more vote. We're just going to flounder here until we get another vote to break the tie. So right now we got 40-40. 40-40-20. So if we get one more vote, but it's on the I don't know, then I guess I'll just pick whatever I feel like. Rock the vote. Rock the vote. Oh, the 3D printer is now making the surrounds, by the way. Vote early, vote often. It's doing the outside now. All right, we're modeling the pins. Thank you for your votes. And the poll. Oh, we're back from the coffee. Alrighty. So we'll model the pins, and then once this is done printing, we'll just print. Oh shit! Actually, let me order some PLA Plus filament. PLA. Because I don't think I have enough for the stream. Would they make maple Pepsi? Prefer Diet Coke, but maple sounds grand. So I'll say it's a bit interesting. It's not like I wouldn't call it fantastic, but it does have maple flavor, which is very interesting. All right, I want to get a multi-pack. Is there a 4-pack? Trying to order some. Are you kidding me? They don't have a 4-kilogram pack of black. I only have white. God damn it. Hang on a sec. Here, let's do our shopping here. Oops, it was already. I need PLA plus. So they have a 4-pack, but in white. And I really don't need 10 kilos. You like Moxie? I don't know what Moxie is. I'm a little concerned about Sunlu simply because they're not tuned. And Tuesday is going to be too late. Let me check here. Oh, I found it in black. What the hell? It's not. Okay. When will it be here? Tomorrow. Add to cart. Go to cart. There goes. Proceed to checkout. Where's the proceed to checkout? Proceed to checkout. Continue to checkout. There goes $70. But I need it. Sunlu works great. It's wrapped really well in the rolls. Yeah, I can't wait for it though. PLA plus. Just gonna check. Oh, it's actually cheaper. Could have saved $2. This is more expensive than on my Prime here, on the other screen. Whatever. I bought the Elegoo stuff. It'll be here tomorrow, which is important because I need to make sure that I'm going to have the filament. Oh, this is what I was looking for. Oh, it's Rapid PLA Plus that I wanted. Ah, that's why. Should have searched for Rapid PLA Plus. So yeah, I buy these in packs of 4. So with taxes, that was 69 giggity. 69.14. So kind of expensive, but for 4 kilograms, it's not bad. So just 70 CAD to USD here for all my Americans. That's 51.50 US dollars for 4 kilos of Rapid PLA Plus. And I also think the Rapid is going to be important because I am not going to be able to finish streaming tomorrow until the project is done, so it's going to be important. All right, so we are modeling some pins. We are all pinnocent. Okay, plus. Rename. Bearing pin. Okay, we're going to grab this and we're going to make a subshape binder, and we can get rid of that. We're going to grab this. We're going to make a sketch. I need to sneeze. Excuse me. That was a good sneeze. You guys missed it. All right, let's grab external geometry here. I guess that's all we need, this one. Okay, so we now need to grab this and then put it really small there, and then we will dimension and offset. Let's say 0.2. Okay, and that pin is going to go in that way up to the face. But also I want it out a little bit. I think that's 4 millimeters in. I don't remember. Not important. Okay, so we're going to pad this. Reversed. Up to face. Offset to face. Minus 0.2-ish. Oh, yes. Okay, sorry, I'm sorry. I apologize, software. You don't have to be mad. Select face. This one. There we go. We have our pin. Okay, perfect. So now we will stretch this out a little bit. I'm going to pad this out another 1 millimeter. Now we will create a sketch on here. Sketch. The inside okay, so the inside of our bearing, dismantling your phone when watching the stream. On your phone, that would be talent. That'd be great if the stream was running on the phone. 608 bearing dimensions. 8 millimeter inner diameter. So we'll go like 9 millimeters. So we're going to grab external geometry, that one, this, 9. Close. It's good. We're going to pad 1 millimeter. All right, then we're going to grab this, create a sketch. The VF trick works really well to get back here. We're going to grab this. And then we're going to create circle. Now we want, said 8, so let's go 7.85. Close, and then we're going to stretch that out about 7 millimeters. About 7 millimeters. So that's what our pin looks like. Okay. You know what? I'm going to redo that pad. I'm going to go 8 millimeters, a bit longer. So then I can fillet this, so, edge, edge preview, .5, does that show? 0.59, nope, 0.58, nope, 0.57, there we go. That looks good to me. Can we chamfer these at the same time? We'll just use the same dimension. This one, also this one. Yep. Don't need this one. I think that'll work. And sure, we can chamfer this one too. Select. There we go. We got our pin. You're gonna have to go soon. Thanks. Thank you. No, thank you, Gerald, for being here. Have a good one. Hopefully you have a good day. Okay, so now if we bring back this, it should now be, oh yeah, there it is. I think this pad was too much. Should have been like 0.1, 0.2. There we go. That's better. So there we go. There you have it. Pin is done. Might have to adjust it a little bit, but I think that's good. And then we'll go from there. This turntable is a lot smaller than I'm expecting. And this is 18 minutes remaining. So we could do something other. What else can we do? I kind of don't want to model. Well, I guess we could. I guess we could model the base that holds the motor. All right, so go back here, that off, and go plus, rename motor base N20. And we will grab this. Create a shape binder so we can erase these guys. Now we'll grab this and we'll make a sketch. Grab external geometries. Actually, one external geometry. I have to do this one step at a time. I keep forgetting. So this, and now we want a circle. And now we want this, oops, this to this. I screwed up. It's okay. This to this, and that'll be like 0.2. So that's good. Close. And then we're going to extrude. To face, this face. There we go. Now we want this guy, the binder back. We want, oops, cancel this guy. Okay, so now I want a square that'll align to all these holes. So, do a centered square. Figure out the shape after. We will round the edges. 2, 3, 4. Grab external geometry of all these. Okay, now we're going to set the distance here and here. Oh, okay, no. Set the distance between, oops, here and here. Let's go with 13, and then here and here. So it's 13 by 13. That's good. Why is this weird? Okay, usually when stuff is weird, I just delete it. Oh, these points are weird. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Okay, let's dimension it all first. There, oops, there to there. 13. There to there. 13. Then we will round the corners. 4, that's good. 316. 316. 316. 316 are good. Now we're going to make tight M3 holes. I'm going to zoom this in a little bit. And then this being M 3.1, 3.1, and this 3.1, and this 0.1. Okay, I think that should work. And so we'll extrude that up. We're going to go like one millimeter, doesn't really matter. Okay, so we got our plate. Now we need to make a hole or something to guide our N20 gear motor. So Let's see if we can find an N20. Oh wait, N20 motor. So we want this one. Oh my god, I don't want free, get out of here. N20. Okay, so I want the specs of that. Yes, this is what I wanted. Okay, so 18 by 12 and 3.96. Okay, so if I do 18 by 12 and we center the hole, okay, if I can do this and sketch. Okay, that actually the hole is centered, that's perfect. So if I just do rectangle, okay, so it's 18 by 12. Okay, so this rectangle is now free. And so the distance, 3.96. Oh, actually, hold on, I need to, 18.2. And it's 12.2 for 3D printer tolerances. Now, if I treat this as the center, okay, thinking this through. Treat this as the center. Then we've got 3.96, so 4.106 from the edge. 4.106. 4.106. No, wait. I did that wrong. 4.06. 4.06. Okay. So that gives me this distance perfectly. Okay. Then we go back to here. And it's centered. So that's good. This is 1.5 mils, that won't help very much. I see the motor actually sticks out a little bit, so I'll have to boost it up. So I'm doing this a little wrong here. Doing this a little wrong. Okay, anyways, symmetrical, this to this. Okay, I'm just thinking here. Not easier. But welcome to the stream, Jackie. Maybe easier for you. If I dull like 3 cobalt drill bits by doing this, then actually if I dull a single cobalt drill bit will cost more than the plastic for this entire project. So there's that. Okay, so I need to build. So this is not too bad. Also, I don't know how you would cut this radius so well on a drill press. Actually, you know what? I will say the chunk of stainless I would have to buy and hollow out is going to cost more than my 3D printer. Okay, so I'm doing this too quickly here because I need to go up. I need to build a platform up before I need to go up and then cut. But I want this to remain. So I can turn this to construction line. Then I can make another rectangle, and I can dimension it. One mil offset, 1 mil offset, 1 mil offset, one mil offset. So I'll go up. I'll go up 1 millimeter and then back down 1 millimeter using this. Okay. I think I'm okay here. Close and then pad. I'll go up 2 millimeters, doesn't matter. 2 millimeters. Okay. Already this part is not printable. I mean, I can drop this down, so that's not a big deal. But this part is unprintable because of this. Oops. This. Yeah, it would require a proper lathe. I would love, by the way, Jackie, the reason I'm 3D printing is because I can't afford and I don't have the space to have a machine shop here. So even if I could afford, like someone gave me a free mill and lathe, I have no way to install it and use it, which is very sad. I would absolutely love to do machining, but it's not for everyone because it's very expensive. So yeah, it does sadden me. Okay, I'm not a fan of this. We're going backwards. I'm going to delete this pad, delete this sketch, grab this pad. We're going to go up 3 millimeters. And then we're going to embed our motor in here. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go down like 0.5 millimeter. Oh, did I hear the print finishing? Almost. It's getting there. Okay, so grab this, make a new sketch. So the only thing is I do want this to overhang a bit. So let's do that. Just thinking, how am I going to 3D print it with this? It's like it really needs to be a flat plate. .3D print just finished. We're going to give it a second to cool. Actually, we can go back to prep. We can put the pin in here. That's a tough point to deal with. Because I would ideally maybe I design another plate that would interlock, but no, because I can't have enough features. So really this feature, this pin, needs to be a positive on the base, not a negative. Let's go check out how the base ended up. I'm gonna go get it. All right, taking a little purge line off. Ouch, it went underneath my fingernail. Well, it seems like the Centauri carbon still prints well. That's a relief. All right, here's the tiny little base. That is a lot smaller than I was expecting. But I don't know why I was expecting it to be small, because we did decide it was going to be CD shaped. So it should be just about that size, which it is. I don't think my potentiometers are going to fit in there. Print quality looks pretty decent. It's good. Solid enough. I mean, it's not, we didn't print it on a strong setting. So now the goal is going to be to center that N20 motor in there. And then this should be the size of my PCB, if I remember correctly. So that should be able to fit somewhere like wherever, like there. So we're actually running with enough space, which is good. And then the only thing is I don't think the potentiometer will fit in there. Let's go double check. May have to, I was hoping this was space for an OLED, which it is. It's not though. Right, if I want the OLED to fit in there, I would have to trim off the bottom legs here. We could put a smaller OLED, I guess. But I think really the best use of our time is going to be to move this down here somewhere and this up, and then we'll have just speed and direction. So I should have potentiometers hiding somewhere here. Well, I pulled out the bag upside down. So that goes in like so. That does actually fit in there. But now, will we be able to fit a switch? And if we do, even, is it going to be nice to click the switch? Because this doesn't really need a knob in my mind. We can make a little knob. But I think we're going to be better off putting the switch over here. What do you guys think? Let's see if the switch fits. Hitting switches. Ugh. Had to run out for a bit. Borrowed the giant Yukon for a few days while your Jetta gets some clutch work. A Yukon is pretty big. So maybe, no, don't change design decisions when you've already made the case. I mean, I did choose the switch based on the assumption that I had hundreds of them. But maybe I only have the one in the display unit? Huh. Well, ain't that... Oh, nope. Here's another one. It's a bigger switch than I thought. I don't think they'll both fit in there together. Way too tight. No, way too tight. Okay. So we're going to have to move the switches there to there. And I think that's a good opportunity for us. Hey, Franco. Welcome to the stream. I think that's a good opportunity for us to make this bump a positive bump instead of a negative. But then the positive doesn't really help me. It'll help a little bit. Yeah, because I can cut all the way through. Yeah, you know what? Okay, so this hole will not be a hole. It'll be a positive bump. Don't call him Napster. He's going to get sued by the MPAA. Okay. So this will become a bump and not a hole. I don't know if these pins are quite going to be as strong as I'm expecting them to be. Let's print the pins and see what happens. You could probably rent a China EV cheaper than filling the tank on a Yukon. Yeah. Yeah. I actually cannot wait. I am excited for the Chinese EVs to arrive here. They are going to drive the price of used EVs down. And although I am not at a point in my life where I can afford a new car, at some point I will be, and hopefully it's when the market stabilizes. Let me just had to dispose of a bug here. It's not just my code that has bugs. Okay, what are we doing again? Yes, we're going to move these and make a positive bump and print the pins. So I can't wait for the arrival of Chinese EVs here. That's going to be so flipping cool. Export. Bearing pin, save. Let's import them here. Okay. Was your father's hauling vehicle for his travel trailer, 2009, with only 38K. Wow. That is a low frickin' mileage car. Okay, so that's the bearing pin. I want to print these because, let's go to. I want to print these first because if there's problems with the design, I want to just redo one print. Export. This is only 5 minutes, so we can do that. Save. Import. Pin. Start print. Send it. All right. Sits in a garage also. I'll tell you, I've been, most of my job since I quit the dealership was fixing Fords. I would buy a Chinese vehicle before a Ford any day of the week. Even if they're the same price, I will buy the Chinese vehicle over a Ford. What an awful piece of garbage that Ford is. And they are awful to fix as well. Just absolute awful. All right, 5 minutes. And we're going to test our tolerances on the pin. We're going to make all of our design changes. How's it going, Junk from Work? By the way, you messaged me yesterday asking about my stream on Sunday. It'll be on the main channel, not on this channel. That's a good warning for you all. When we are doing the live stream, it'll be on the main channel. JB, I would love an old Audi, but I can't afford, like, I'm still financially unable to recover from buying 2 Volvos. So, yeah. That is the deal, my dear. So yeah, this is a nice warning for you guys. On Sunday, there will be a long-ass stream on the main channel, not on this channel, where I have... Actually, the volunteers will be coming through soon and combing through the suggestions and picking one at random. Last repair bill was $2,000 for the Audi. If I had a heated outbuilding that I can work on cars, everything would be way better. But I don't. So that's the other thing. I would love an RS7 Avant. This is RS7 Avant. Look at this absolute monster. Would love one of those. RS6 or RS7? No, RS7. Maybe it's RS6 Avant? Am I crazy? I thought it was a 7. German car is not for you. Every time you've had the misfortune of working on one, just constant special tools. I was just complaining about fixing Fords. So to be fair, I don't think they're any worse than fixing Fords. But at least when you're done fixing it, you're not stuck with a Ford. I swear there's a RS7 Avant. Maybe it's RS6 I was thinking about. Anyways. They are the German car of North America. What? Honestly, such a piece of shit. I feel that, well, Lockwatcher, maybe a lot more Canadians will be buying Volkswagens because Volkswagen decided to spend $7 billion into new plants in Canada. So we'll see. Is it 7 or 14 billion? Volkswagen investing in Canadian manufacturing. 14 Beetles. Yeah, $7 billion in a new vehicle EV battery manufacturing plant in St. Thomas, Ontario. Almost done. 2 minutes left. We'll check the pins for fitment. '68 Ford Cortina Mark I and a Cortina Mark II. See, that's the weird thing, is that the Europeans still have cool Fords. The Europeans got all the crazy, like, rally Fords. Like the Ford Cosworth. Look at these things. These are not North American spec. They actually had, like, performance cars. Even the Euro Focus ST with the 5-cylinder. Because they had the Volvo V70R engine. Like, I feel like European, and what's crazy is I worked with a super crazy Ford fanatic, and he had no idea that these fast Fords existed on the other end of the world. It's crazy. Engine is mounted with 4 bolts and 6 wires. Takes 5 minutes to pull out. I would argue that the ideal car wouldn't need to have their engine pulled out. All right, I'll go get these pins, and then we will see if they fit. Might have to adjust our design a little bit. Okay. Clean the purge line. How bad the wiring is. 1 week working at Ford. Had to deal with more electrical issues than 2 years working at Subaru. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the joke around here is when the, so there's the pins. When the brake squealers touch the rotors on the Fords, that's your cue to trade it in, because it's about to explode on you. Once swapped engines, fixed broken exhaust. Couldn't get the exhaust off due to rusted bolts. All right, so here's the pins. Now, I don't know how well the printer can do the little end of that because it's really hot at the time of printing. Wow, they're a loose fit. So I allowed way more tolerance than was necessary. So we can grow this pin for sure. Oh, here's another problem. So that switch butts up onto the bearing here. So I put too much tolerance. This printer is capable of tighter tolerances than I was giving it credit for. And now we need the bearings. We need to find our bearings. That's also a loose fit. Oops. That's a loose fit. Junk from work. Do you know what Ford is actually reliable? You're not going to believe me. The Lightning. The Lightning. Well, Jackie, that's like saying Ford F-150. What, did you marry your cousin? I mean, same to me. Also, for those of you just joining us, look at what I found. Pepsi Maple Cola with 0 sugar, so 0 calories. Good for my fat ass. They get in full winter junk. They get roughly 300 kilometers. But I'll tell you, my clients love them. Like, absolutely love them. They're like, it's weird. It doesn't ride like really rough like the other F-150s. And I'm like, yeah, because it has a suspension from this century. Sometimes for bearing shafts, you'll make it tight, but put relief cuts and the bearing presses on. Yeah. Oh, Jackie, if I could afford it, I would. How's that? Okay, so let's make the little tweaks. So we need to grow the pin, grow the bearing spot. Your dad got a Loaner Equinox EV, fully charged at the dealership, parked it overnight during the cold snap, and it used 30% battery overnight. Drive it, junk. It has to recalibrate itself for the different temperatures, and when there's a big swing in temperature, it goes very conservative. My boss drives his wife has a Equinox EV, and they do like almost 400 kilometers even in winter with it. It's crazy. Okay, so here we go. Let's readjust these things. And I'm fully admitting it's not for everyone. EVs are not for everyone. But it is for most people. Just not everyone. That's probably one of the nicest GM vehicles. Yeah, that's true. Fit and finish. And you know why? Because it was a partnership with Honda. Honda's like, wait. You can't. No, it has to be better than this garbage. Okay, so we need to make this into a positive, and we need to move these things. So, let's start by moving these things. So, I'm gonna grab this, and I'm gonna go probably about 12 mils, maybe a little bit more. 14. Okay, and we're gonna move this oops, that was the wrong dimension. Whatever, that's fine. 55. Yeah, shove it over there. And then bring this down like 14. A bit more. 16. And actually this, I'll just delete this and I'll do the same thing from the height. 16. And we'll just move this. Where's the dimension? Oh, that's there, 15. Give it some more breathing room, 17. There we go, that should be good. You love an EV. It doesn't work in your environment if you're down south. I mean, I sort of disagree with you, Junk. First of all, you can plug your EV overnight and you can set a time for it to start, and it will condition the battery before you leave, so you'll have 100% range when you leave. And it's the same thing when you're plugged into a PowerPoint. I mean, it's horses for courses, right? It's horses for courses, for sure. But like, in what environment do you do more than like 350 kilometers a day, for example? If you often do more than 350 kilometers a day in winter, EV's not for you. But considering that you can plug in every single day at home, and you can have your car fully warmed up, like whole cabin warmed up and ready to go from the house plug. And if I'm not mistaken, the province that you're in has incredibly cheap electricity. I think it's more for you than you think. Could be wrong. Willing to be wrong. Wrong battery. Ah, boo. That sucks. Okay, so let's grab this. We'll make a new sketch here. Oh. Cancel. Okay, I'm not in this. Make a new sketch here. Let's just cover this hole. Kind of doesn't matter. Close. We will pad and to face. New Cobra frame is amazing, not really a daily driver. Like kit car stuff. One thing in BC is very cheap electricity. We pay maybe a third of what your coworkers in Alberta pay, maybe a quarter. Yeah. Yeah. So, but honestly, Junk, do you see yourself commuting more than 300 kilometers in a day? Like, let's say more than once a year. Like if your daily commute is like more than 150 kilometers each way, I can then see 100% it's not for you. $10 millimeters, close. We're gonna go up maybe a millimeter. Just to have a nice lock into place. 1 millimeter, like that. Working in the field, driving 70,000 kilometers a year. 70,000. Okay, let me do the math here. So there's 52 times 5. There's 52 weeks in a year times 5 work days. And then 260, so 70, 1, 2, 3, divided by 260. So you're averaging 270 a day. So you'd be pushing the limits a little bit. However, if you could make it work, your fuel costs would go way down. Way down. I think here to charge fully at home for about 400 kilometers range is like $7 or something, which is insane in the membrane. Insane. Got no brain. Okay, so I think that solves it for this. Let's get this. Actually, I want to print the pins first. So I should have done that first. Okay, so we need to grow from the binder the first sketch. Fully constrained. I just need What are you doing? Oh, here. That's what I'm looking for. I'll go 0.1. I feel like I could do even less. Oh, 8. Oops. Missing a 0. This dimension is all screwed. Please let me edit the dimension. Go away, binder. Okay, there. Zero 8. Close. As fixed. Okay, and now need to go back. Okay, it was this one. Let's go 9, 1, 9, 2. Okay. No, you're being ridiculous. First of all, $2 a gallon? Where in the US is gas $2 a gallon? There's no $2 a gallon. Is gasoline $2 USD per gallon anywhere in the US right now? Cheapest states are Mississippi right now, $2.72. And how many gallons in let's say 5-liter F-150 2025 fuel tank? So we'll take the lowest, Mississippi, 272. 36 times 272. That's $100 per tank. So $100 per tank on an EV in Ontario here, when you plug in at home, you could go $7. So if I divide that by 7. So we get 14 fill-ups. So let's go 14 times 400 kilometers. You'll be able to go 5,600 kilometers. And if you, what's the division? 5,600 to miles. So in an EV, you would go 3,500 miles. So with that same, actually that's US dollars. So it would be 30% higher than that. So yeah. You never go past a quarter tank. Because I pay right now like 60 some bucks to fill up my CRV. So I could like 10x my mileage, my costs. I could save, I could pay 1/10. I could pay 1/10 as much if I had an EV. Close. Okay, and then you go back to here. Oh, now the chamfer doesn't work. Okay, let's fix the chamfer. 5.3. 5.3 works. Done. I'm losing money now that the carbon tax is gone. The gas prices are the same now. However, now I don't make the stipend. Which sucks. Very much so. Okay, and I'll do the base as well. Export. Base 2. So yeah, I lost money when we stopped the carbon tax. You never got the rebate? Oh, because it was dealt to the province. Province didn't cash it to you guys. For me, I missed. It was like 120. I think it was 120 bucks 4 times a year, which was phenomenal. Clone 3. Go 3 to cool it a little bit better. Slice plate. Well, no, it was a federal program. It's just it was up to the province to deal with it. It was a federal program. Export. I think BC and Quebec were the only two that that the province didn't cut checks to their constituents. Which is hilarious because you get Albertans that hate the carbon tax and they were getting checks from it. Albertans. What a bunch of weirdos. Okay, so let's print real quick the pins because it'll only take a couple minutes to print. Oops, I need to import them. Import. So the pins, and then I'll import the other ones too. Import base 2. So start print. Sender. All right. So watch the Centauri carbon do its thing. We just got word here in Ontario that education is getting another cut. So I consider that my professorship career is probably over. Probably never teaching again. Not through my own choice. You're allowed to have that opinion, Jackie. I definitely want to cross through Alberta because I do want to visit British Columbia. But it turns out I can afford to fly to British Columbia. I can't afford to stay in British Columbia. So there's that. Don't think you can ever live there. It's so far it's the only province with worse healthcare than Ontario. So I think I'm gonna have to not live there either. Because to be worse than Ontario, that is hardcore. Like, I'm kind of impressed if you manage to be worse than Ontario. Yeah, that is really loose, huh? Can't believe these tolerances. This would have been tight on my old printer. Also this would have been, like, here's my old pin. So how bad the tolerances were on, this is the old Tronxy. I had to melt it to fit it in. Maybe I went a little too tight. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. If it's a press fit, that's also fine. So anyways, the goal here is that we're going to have a 5-degree incline. So like so. And then the mating surface, I don't know if you can see that, a little bit 5-degree. And then the mating surface will also have a 5-degree incline. And that should help center what kind of bear you got there? R11? Oh, bearing. These are 608 skateboard bearings. So these are, oh look, oh they're actually counterfeit bearings. Did you, oh, Toxitech, gotcha. Looks at Bones Super Reds. They are knockoff skateboard bearings, literally skateboard bearings. Bones Reds. And they are only have the rubber shield on one side. So these are 608R, I think. Quality, baby. Yeah, I bought these when I was actually skateboarding, and I figured if I got like a couple sets of Chinesium bearings, at least when they broke, I'll have other bearings to put on. I've got so much like skateboard gear still that it's a little embarrassing because I'm too old now. I'm not flexible enough to skateboard. But I want to make sure those freaking pins get printed, and then I'm gonna need to hit the little boys' room there in 4 minutes. And we're gonna have to mark these that they're NFG as well. You hopped on a skateboard, you end up in a wheelchair. Yeah. I mean, I think still have them here somewhere. Oh my God. The level of dust on this skateboard is embarrassing. This was my... So we have a skate shop here in Ottawa that sold really inexpensive skateboard gear. I'm trying to take the dust off this. This is that was my latest one. So the last time I went skateboarding a couple years ago, pre-COVID, this was it. So here is this is a Temple brand. That's like the house brand. There's like spider webs on it. So yeah, this was it. In the 80s, you're skateboarding down a hill. You were overtaken by one of your back wheels. Wow. You did not tighten them enough. Okay, so that was that, and I have another one somewhere because my gear acquisition syndrome didn't start or end with my electronic stuff. Where's the other one with the brand name stuff? I don't know. I have another skateboard that I bought used, which closely resembled what I used to skateboard on as a kid, but I can't find it now. It's somewhere over there. So yeah, I used to be active. I could land kickflips, so that was pretty good. Also, another reason why I want to go to the bathroom, I want to crack into this bad boy. Maple Cola Pepsi. Love it. Buy Canadians, folks. Buy Canadian stuff. Another 1 minute, 34 seconds. More of a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater guy. Me too. Me too. I've played almost all of them until I became too old. Oh, interesting. A PCB company wants me to work with them. Which is what I said it would be at the start of this conversation. The $200 CBA, I don't consider compensation because I can't buy food or pay mortgage with PCBs. Sorry, there we go. Been negotiating like another, I don't know, PCB companies always reach out and I'm like, I've got a sponsor, and every time you guys offer me something, it's less than what I'm getting paid right now. And they said, oh, try us. How much do you want? And I told them how much I want. And then they came back at me with a value that's much lower. And they also said, oh, and you're going to get $200 of PCB like credits per project, and I'm like, that doesn't count as compensation though, because I can't frickin' pay my mortgage with PCBs. Like, what are you guys smoking? The good stuff, I guess. Oh no, this screw up again. Oh, that's video list. Need here. This turntable base to start print, send it. Back to the webcam. All right. Oh, I can't get these confused. Hang on. I put these over here. These are the new ones. Okay, let's see how they fit in here. Ooh, that is a nice press fit. So that is perfect. Okay, how about on here? Nice press fit. So I think we've got our pin dimensions absolutely spot on. Cool. Got the re-release you did on Steam. They actually did a pretty good job staying true to the original. Very nice. I might have to check that out. I've got so many Steam games that I already don't play, so I'll have to think about it. Okay, it's a little looser than I probably want actually in the hole. Oh, after a couple insertions, it's now loose. Did it snap? No. Okay, so I might want to think about gluing it in or something. It's not bad. It's not going to have heavy load, I don't think. Back then, you think you had a hutch? Not sure. Okay, so yeah, that did become a little loose after a couple insertions. That still fits nice. As long as there's not too much load on them, it should be okay. And I need one more now. You just pillage it off another project. So there be the bearings. Oh, yeah. Might want to tighten the pin a little bit. There we go. So there we go, a nice 5-degree offset. And then if I make the top will come up over the edge and it will ride on this 5-degree offset. I think we should be in good shape. So all we need then is to build the motor adapter for the middle here. Something else I just thought of. These holes are not going to be deep enough to accept I mean, they will be deep enough. I might have to make some feet because they'll stick down a little bit. I didn't quite think this through now, did I? Yeah, it is. They're all loose now. So I gotta tighten the pin a little bit. That's unacceptable. So there was, I guess there was a little bit of like fluff in there. I do like the nice press fit though of the bearings. So these can go in the garbage pile. We will grow the pin a little bit more. But for now, they're okay for testing. Okay. Yeah, I always make mistakes. Made a giant mistake being mechanic for a living. that was my biggest one. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some coffee and go. Actually, I'll just go to the little boy's room, and then I'll drink some Pepsi when we get back. Be right back. I'm back. Okay, so next plan. I'm gonna fix the pins again. I'm gonna grow the hole size on the pin size. So that should be the last fix for the pins. Then I'll figure something else out for the base. Like I'll probably make little feet or something, or maybe I'll just make a thing that this sits in. Doesn't really matter that much. Oh, I don't have a hole for the USB. I'm gonna need to power this thing. Along the slot method, I sometimes run an M3 screw down the center of the pin that presses into the bearing interior, slightly spread the slots. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That's some advanced techniques. That is some advanced techniques though. Okay, so we need another hole for USB. Do I have surface mount or panel mount USB connectors? Because that would be neat. Put a USB connector there and click it in there. Funk Soul Brother, right about there. Funk Soul Brother. I do like how strong this Rapid PLA Plus is. It's pretty incredible. Okay. So what are we doing? We are doing fixing the pins. Maybe after I fix the pins, I'll call it a day because we're still waiting for 3D prints. Very likely, after the pins are fixed, very likely I won't stream tomorrow because I think it'll be a good idea to get ready to do the live stream. So yeah, I may not pad this guy, sketch. Come on, FreeCAD. Let's go like 40 microns. Okay, close. There we go. It's a little bit chunkier now. Oh my God, I'm not on the screen. You miss having a 3D printer. My friend, you should Canada. You should. So $429 is a pretty good price. This is the Centauri Carbon, the original. That's the one I have. However, I suspect that there will be a sale, whatever the next sale time is, this is going to drop. So what is next? What's the next holiday coming up? What is the next holiday coming up where retailers have excuses to make sales? Memorial Day? I don't know if Elegoo is going to do that, but next time there's a big sale, this is going to be, mark my words, 350 Canadian kopecks. And I picked mine up for 400. It's an insane deal. If this goes on sale for 350, I would consider getting a second one. This is like by far the best 3D printer experience I've ever had so far. And now I have my eye on the Centauri Carbon 2. But failing that, the Centauri Carbon is incredible. That's a lot of, yes, it's a lot of 3D printer for the dollar. Plus, when I got my Centauri Carbon, it was $399.99. But if you wanted to pay $401.99, yeah, $1 more, you got 1 kilogram of filament for included. So it was $1 for a kilogram of filament, which was neat. But yeah, this already at $429, that's really good. And like, it's Centauri Carbon. You can get them on Amazon. sometimes they go on sale. What's nice about Amazon, super easy to return. Welcome back, MT. How was your 12.96 kilometers or whatever? Hopefully good. Okay, so we're still waiting for this to finish. So I think I'm gonna call it here. I think I'm gonna have some lunch and then some more birthday cinnamon buns. And I hope to catch you all in the next stream, which will be Sunday the 15th on the main channel. So if you actually go to the main channel, so main channel, then you go live. Here it is. The stream doesn't end until the project is built. So you go here and you thumbs up it and you subscribe and you put the little notification bell. This is it. This is where it's at. Yes, today is Friday the 13th, my friend. So thank you everyone for being here. I hope to catch you on the main channel at the viewer submission challenge. And this could go, like I am totally happy to go 14, 16 hours if need be. So it is what it is. Have a good one, folks. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the main channel.